Hi guys, welcome back to Ralph's house. Sometimes you just want to scream. When you pay for the heart, sometimes you stab your own self in the heart. But guess what? We keep on going. We're going to fight through. We battle through. That's what we do. That's how we win. We keep going. Tell you what we're going to do. We're ready now to kind of get a split rail fence in here. Remember that split rail we had drawn? And you can see it. We know where it's at. Marks are still there. We know where it's going. It's going to go behind that tree. Well, that tree kind of disappeared a little bit, but we know where it's going because we drew this thing. You'll see how to put the tree back in, but right now, let's get this split rail fence going. We're going to take a little bit of ultramarine blue. Let's move these brushes out of the way right here. I've never been real organized. You ain't got to be, so we're artists. We don't have to be. Ultramarine blue. We're going to use crimson. The reddest red you can get is crimson. Mix the two together, and what do you get? Purple. It's a pretty dark color. Now add burr number to it. What you've done, you took the darkest red, the darkest blue, and the darkest green. Or I'm sorry, darkest blue, darkest yellow, and darkest red. That gives us the darkest color that you can make without using black. I don't like black, I like color. This is going to give me a good dark color. Oh man, people notice, is that black? No, it ain't black. It's alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, and burr number. Now we got to build this fence. One lays across the other. One sits on top of the other. So we're just putting our fence back in. We knew where it was at. So there's the other part right there. Follow the way it gets, kind of lift your brush a little bit, carry it farther away. Goes under there. Is that kind of looking like a split rail fence going there? So let's kind of get this established where we want it. This fence rail's coming in right over here, right behind that tree. And drag that brush, and by dragging that brush, what we're creating, we're going to paint over that. We're going to add colors. We're going to build layers on that. It's not going to be a flat fence, but we've created, it'll give us some depth to work with there. Well, I got this dark, which I really like. I'm going to carry a little bit of that up to this barn. Can't ever have too dark inside a barn. And so I want to straighten this edge up just a little bit. Let's do this. Especially where I got real wide with the brush, I just want that little stroke up there. I'm going to thin it out with my dark color. Pull some of that down into the barn on this side in the shade. It's a good shadow color. Ooh, yeah, I see a bad stroke right there. See, I got fat on me? There, we just made it disappear, see? You make things disappear. Let's use that hard edge. I got that kind of wild edge right there. There we go. Now again, this color will stay pretty transparent. I put it on so thick right there, it's a little bit dark. We're not through with our barn yet either. I'm going to set that wheel down, the shadow of the wheel, shadow of the barrel. We'll come back and straighten that out. We're going to let that dry a little bit. That fence is sitting there, and we're going to set it on a rock. Farmer never set it on the ground. He likes setting them on rocks. He sets it on the ground. He knows the termites are going to get it. This part of the country, we got a bad deal with termites. They eat everything we put out there. Remember, at the end of that fence, we had them two rails kind of sticking up there. We'll tie them together. So our split rail, we kind of got it where we wanted. Now the sun's coming from that direction, so guess what? We're going to have some shadows in this grass here. Paint it in here. You know, we're not really worried about it yet, but just get it in there. We want to kind of just drag that brush through there. We'll go right up against that tree, and right there, that shadow's going to go right up behind that rock. Right up behind that rock. We're going to cast some light. We have something to cast light on. Remember, we got to have some. All we're doing is getting the basics in here. Now we want that to be in the grass. That's grass. Push them strokes up. Great grass strokes. So just use that brush. See what we're doing? Making some grass in there. Right now it's dark grass because we haven't put the lights on yet. We've got to put light grass in, but you can't put light grass in until you got dark under it. So we're just going to push some strokes up there, and even down here on the edge of that road. It's just going to kind of disappear out there. Let's do that right where those are, those little stakes. So right where that sits on the ground there, let's get some shadow going there. Let's see how we kind of put it on, take it off, blend it all together, scrub that brush, let those strokes stay. Lighter colors will still show through, and it's going to look like grass. Little grass strokes in here, little blades of grass sticking up. Don't lose it. That's you want that. That's sometimes it works. Push it up, push it up, push it up, scrub it up. Got some over here, got to get over here too. Take your brush, push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up. Make some strokes. Load your brush up. There you go, push it up. And see by chopping it, is that going to kind of give us like a feel of grass in there? How's it look on from over there where you're sitting, Matt?
Good.
That worked? That always worked.
Yeah.
We're sitting so close, it's really hard for us to see some of what we're doing here. We got that. We're going to have the edge of this road. You know, a dirt country road is usually very light dust color. The light's coming from here, the edge of the road. It's never just flat. It's got to be to get that light color. We got some dark right along here where it kind of rolls over onto the road. So let's get some of that dark right along where we know our road's going to be. Let's get it on there. Throw it on there. Take your brush, grass stroke it.
What color are you using there, Ralph?
This is steel. I'm using my dark ultramarine blue, alizarin crimson, burn umber. Burn umber is the darkest yellow, alizarin crimson is the darkest red, ultramarine blue is the darkest blue. Red, yellow, blue. That's just going to give you a good, solid, dark color. But you can see color that I can push to brown with the burn umber, or I can push it to blue with more blue, or I can push it to red with more red. I can actually change how dark and which hue I want to have. Well, I love colors. Just mix them. We don't care. I will guarantee you your biggest mistakes are going to become your greatest victories in the end, because you're going to do something you never did before and it's going to work, and you're going next time you're going to say, guess what I learned the other day? Do it. Just do it. And of course we're going to have this tree, you know, we're going to have that tree sticking in here. He's going to be casting a shadow. Let's kind of get the shadow of this tree where we know the tree is going to be going. Get it in there. Again, just get your lights and your darks. We're back to doing that again. Remember we did this back at the start. But guess what? We're always doing that to the end. It's going to be darker going up the side of that tree right there at the base. Then grass it up. You know how you push a stroke up? Grass don't lay flat. Grass grows up. Push it up. Push it up. Learn this stroke. Practice this. Work on this. Tell you what, next time we'll let this sit for just a minute. Next time we'll carry it just a little bit farther. Y'all come.